Hi, this is Stacy with Lily Bean Crafts by Stacy. Welcome back, and if it's your first time, thanks for stopping by. Today is day 2 of my holiday series, and today I'm going to be making a plaid from scratch. So I am starting off with a morning mug from the Tipsy Magnolia. And what I did was I have this template that I've had for a really long time for doing plaids. So I went ahead and sized it to the width of the morning mug, and I went ahead and printed it out. I did print out a full sheet, and I'm putting the rest off to the side because I figured I can use it on another tumbler. So I did print this out on some stencil vinyl, and now I'm just going to go trim it out. I'm going to take some of my transfer tape. Now with the tumbler itself, I did prep it in advance and I spray painted it white just to make it a little bit easier because I am going to be working with some white glitter on here. So this just made my work a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this off and use the hinge method to apply it. This is just a template, so this part's all going to be thrown away, so it does not have to be exact. You just want to try to line it up as close as possible to make it a little bit easier for yourself. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just place it all the way around. Like I said, I tried to make it so there wasn't any bubbles in it, but all of this stencil is going to be removed anyways. And then when I was getting to the end here, I did replace or remove the 2 pieces that are going to be a part of the handle, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim those out afterwards. Just makes life a little bit easier. And then I'm just going to pull all of this transfer tape off, get this removed, and then I'm just going to go ahead and trim up these 2 pieces to get the template back on there. Decided that I wanted this tumbler to be blues and whites, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my 2 glitter colors and mix them together for the 3rd color combo in the plaid, which makes it so great. So I'm taking Snow Miser and Glisten, both from Chase Ray Creations. I'm doing a 50-50 split of those 2 glitter colors, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. Then on my template, I'm going to start removing the pieces that are going to be the Snow Miser, the darker blue. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off to the side here. I mixed up some acrylic paint with some glitter glue to be able to put that on there and then put the glitter right on there and have it stick. So here I am mixing the colors together, and then I'm going to put that glitter glue in, and then as I remove all of the different pieces of this particular template, I'll go ahead and get all of this applied and get the glitter on there. I'm going to go ahead and put this Snow Miser off to the side, let it dry for a little bit, and now I'm going in with another coat. So with the buffalo plaid look that I'm going for, I'm going to be doing the color combo with the blue and the white. So I will be taking off all the ones next to the Snow Miser on the top here, and then in the next row I will be going over one, so on and so forth through the 4 different rows. If you have any questions, please let me know. But here I am just taking the time to remove everything, and it's going to give that little bit of a checkerboard pattern. And then I'm going to take my glitter glue acrylic paint combo again, get that applied to each spot, You're going to want to be a little bit more careful with this second time because some of it has the glitter there, and when you put the paint down, if you're a little bit overzealous with it, the paint will just go right over onto your glitter, and you want to try to avoid that. So once I have all of this template off, I'm just going to go ahead and start slowly and carefully applying the acrylic paint glitter glue mixture, and then I will get all of this with the glitter on there. And then once I get this last few done, I'm gonna go ahead and put this off to the side and let it dry for a couple of hours before I go in with the whites. You always wanna do the whites last. It's just easier to work with when you save the white for last, because if you do one of the darker colors after the white, the darker color can fall into the white and stick to it. So this just makes your life a lot easier. You have to be extremely careful when applying the white paint with the glitter glue combo right here, because now you have no barriers to it. You're butting right up against the glitter, so just make sure you're really careful with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply this glisten white. All of the glitters that I used were a fine cut. On this one, I thought that was really important. Makes life so much easier. And then once I have this all applied, I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. Actually, before I did that, I did go ahead and I did the handle as well. So once I get done with all this, I am going to get the glitter glue paint combo onto the handle, and then I'm just getting that taken care of right now as well. I'll put this off to the side and let it dry for a couple of hours. And then to make my life easier, I did take it outside and I sprayed it with some clear sealant, just to kind of make sure everything that was in place. And now I'm going to go in with my glitter glue to really make sure that everything is sealed exactly where I want it to be. I started off by just going over the blues and making sure that I had that covered and make sure that it wasn't peeling off any of the glitter to have it bleed over into the white, which it did not. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I get it fully covered everywhere. I also, on the bottom, did clean up the rim because I did not want the glitter to go all the way to the bottom of the tumbler because I'm not going to epoxy all the way to the bottom. So I just cleaned that up with some acetone and let that dry for about 4 hours. And now I'm going in with 10 mLs, or no, I'm sorry, 20 mLs of my Flynn Sisters Fast Set Epoxy. I'm going to go ahead and let this spin for 2.5 hours, and then I'm going to go directly in with another 10 mLs of my Fast Set Epoxy, let that dry for 4 hours, and then we're going to start working on the UV DTF and the vinyl SVG. So I'm in the Chicagoland area and it's just cold here now. We went from beautiful fall to just cold. So I decided that I wanted to make an SVG that was a little bit more representative of my feelings of winter. So I went with this really cute Let It Snow Somewhere Else round SVG that I got from Creative Fabrica that I'll go ahead and link in the description. I am doing a 3-layer offset with this one. So this is a silver textured vinyl. This is in the middle of it. I am showing you how I went through and weeded the entire thing. I'm going to do a black permanent vinyl on the top, and I did a white permanent vinyl underneath this to really give a lot of dimension. And I'm just going to kind of show you how I go through the process of doing all of my weeding. I generally tend not to show a lot of this when I'm doing my tutorials, but this tumbler took a lot of work, and I just kind of wanted to show the entire process. A little trick that I use when I am putting together my SVGs is I will take an older mat, one that doesn't have a ton of stick anymore, and I will go ahead and place down whatever offset I want to go be applied to the SVG. It just makes it easier so it doesn't move around, especially with one as detailed as this. If I am slightly off with it, it is going to completely mess it up, and I'm going to have to reprint out and reweed all of this. And I just did not want to do that. So I just wanted to show you how I take this little mat and make my life a little bit easier. And now I'm going to take my little tumbler cradle that I got from Camipaige Boutique, and I'm going to use that to be able to secure the tumbler to make applying this SVG nice and easy. Once I have this on, I am going to directly take it and go get a coat of epoxy on here to seal it. I let that dry for about 4 hours, and I wanted to make sure that when you're doing a UV DTF, you want to make sure that you don't have to do any sanding or anything like that. So I just wanted to make sure that the tumbler was completely smooth. So that's why I applied that coat of epoxy in between. So once this is completely dry, like I said, after about 4 hours, I'm going to go ahead and apply these 2 UV DTFs that I got from 311 Co. They are so adorable. Wendy made a bunch of them for me, and I just absolutely love the way that they look, and I thought they would be perfect on this cute little tumbler. The colors just match perfectly. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply them. And then once I have them applied, I am removing the carrier sheet, which I just did. I have a couple of them, but I thought these ones were just super adorable. So I'm going to get these applied. And then I also printed off some more of the snowflakes that were on the original SVG. I did it here with some of the silver textured vinyl, and I'm just going to kind of place them, no rhyme or reason, on here just to add a little bit more to the tumbler. And once I had this all applied, I am going to do 2 more coats of epoxy. I am going in with 10 mLs of my fast set epoxy, let that dry for 4 hours, and then sanded everything down and went in with another 10 mLs of my Flynn Sisters Artist Cure, which gives it that amazing shine, and let it spin for 8 to 10 hours, and then it was all done. And here is the finished product. I think all of the colors came together so beautifully. I love how it turned out. This is number 2 of my holiday series, and if you like that, please hit that like and subscribe button. I love how this turned out, and I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you again later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.